I say is not wrong in theme way of thinking and theme way of life, you know, because I always say I don't take away people comfort zone, you know. I cannot replace it, you know. So once you feel good in that way and live in that way, you do what make you happy and me do what make me happy. So I'm not gonna come into your lane and disturb your lane. You leave me in my lane and I leave you in your lane. Because life is all about what make you happy.
So another day in the yard, so it's pretty cool. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, so we have a few ideas what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna just walk around the yard and see what's going on so early in the morning. So you have the name of the two cats here. It's called Stalker, and what's the other cat's name?
Stalker, that one. The other one is Nanny.
Okay, so you have two cats here. This one is called Stalker. There's another cat called Nanny, which is like a hairy. She's like a symbol to the country, a maroon lady for the country. But yeah, so when you come here, the two cats. This is one of them called Stalker. The other one's called Nanny. So let's look around. So we had an unfortunate situation this morning. I was out at the end of the road flying the drone, and a taxi was going. Well, a few taxis were going by. The 3 dogs in the yard came out behind me, and when I was flying the drone, one of the dogs was looking up at the drone, ran out into the road. The taxi knocked it down. So the name of that dog was called Street Dog. And it's a very friendly dog, and when that dog got knocked down, we thought it was dead straight away, but she managed to survive. So we don't think she's going to make it past today, because she seems like she still has some life in her. The poor little thing, she's just here. Wow. You know, sometimes people can be completely ruthless and not see an animal as anything more than nothing than dirt on the street. But we have the other 2 dogs here. They've obviously been showing some respects to their fellow dog, but we don't think she'll make it past the end of the day, to be honest. But here's the other cat, Nanny. So when you come here, the other cat you may see is this one. She's very friendly, and she's Nanny. So you may see that one. We have Justin, as always.
Morning.
The boss man. You always see his face when you come here. It's a very friendly face. So let's have a quick look around the yard. So we have, when you do come here, you may be wondering about, you want to see how the rest of the place looks. Maybe I've not extended that too much. So here we have the bathroom. See, you have all you need. You have the toilet there, you have the shower. The shower is a very big area, so you can have 2 people in here very easily, even 3. It's very big. And then, if we come back here, we have also at the back, we have a bathroom there, you have a toilet, and not a shower. So you have 2 showers in here. Then we have some bush back here. Yeah. Then we go down here. And this building and construction right here. This is going to be another place for people to stay at the yard. And Chucky said in the previous video, this one you won't need to book an Airbnb. So if you come freelance to the yard and you don't have Airbnb, or maybe you didn't have time to book on Airbnb, you can give him cash in hand and book in this new place that will be constructed at some point. So you can see in the early days of it being constructed how it looks inside. So you can see really nothing inside, just getting the foundation and getting the place ready. It looks fairly spacious. Very cool in here because it's right next to the trees and the jungle bit there. So you got the fresh breeze coming through from the river. You look out here and this is the view. So remember, this is going to be for anyone coming to Chucky's yard and they haven't got any Airbnb accounts. They want to pay by cash. They just want to come in and book something quickly. This will be the new place for them to use. But with the rest, as you know, out there on YouTube, they're all Airbnb, all of them. So you're gonna have to book out your yard if you're gonna come, because sometimes, depending on the time of the month or year, these apartments are very, very difficult to book. So you have to make sure you book in advance.
On the street,
What if, like, if they're going to the cab, they're gonna stay out on the street?
this dog gonna follow you to the bridge, you know?
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah. Even when we
Yeah.
riding the motorbike, me and she, this
Yeah.
dog chasing down the motorbike, go straight on the main over there, you know?
Yeah.
For a long distance, you know?
Yeah.
Especially street dog, you know?
Look.
And get up. He's a street dog, you know? He's born in the street, you know? So he's a survivor.
But if you heard that noise, it sounded like it couldn't survive that kind of knock, you know.
He's a survival dog, you know? That's why I give him the name street dog.
And she young.
She born
Check her
in the
out,
street.
Chucky. You don't wanna
Yeah?
you don't wanna go to it.
Yeah. Inside. Go here. And look for it, you know?
So anyway, like we said, if you see the dogs with the
And the
chain,
leash, don't
the
pull
leash.
them, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's there for a reason. Maybe in the night, you can let them loose, you know? Because most people just chill in the night. Nobody really want to go anywhere, you know? So it's better to let them go in the night more than the day.
Yeah.
If you even go into the river over there, just straight to the river over there, you know, street dog, you know? 3 of them, you know? And go over there and jump in the water. So it's better to keep them in this surrounding, you know? Because people in Jamaica are not nice to animals. People are very cruel to animals. And when people try to show love to animals, they think you're crazy, they think you're nasty, you know? Because they don't see the animal equal like them, you know? And we are all coming from an animal family. We are animals. But some people would not accept that reality about life, you know. That's why they look down on the animal, because they think they're above all these animals, you know. And if you look on the animal and look where his eyes and
Whatever it is, I
his
taste
mouth,
is not right. So
you're not
2
different
times to
from
try
him.
soapfish and it's like,
You're not different from him, you know. You're just lucky, you lucky. You remember, you know, you start like this, you know. You start on the 4, you know. But it's lucky, you come up now and end up with 2. So you're not so different from animal, you know.
Yes.
Because you always start from 4
Yeah.
and you're lucky. Now you end up with 2.
Yeah.
So he used the 2 on the front, just like how you would use your hand, you know. Yeah. So you have to love animal and take care of animal.
Yeah, so we're going to make this clear again. If you come in to Chucky's yard and you see the dogs on the leash, it's not cruelty, it's protection for the dogs.
Definitely.
Yeah.
To keep the dog safe, you know.
Yeah.
That's you don't run on the road and car run over him.
Yeah.
And even sometimes human abuse them, throw stone or take stick and lick them. Just like I said before, they have no love for animal. No love.
Yeah.
So the program for today, which I should even use the program, the free spirit for today, I don't know what time, although we don't deal with time. But sometimes you like to move by your time because I understand you grew up in England and you grew up in a different society, you know. So you always like to know 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, what time we're gonna move, you know. But for me, it's more freelance and open mind. But I will work with you, you know. I don't against nothing, you know.
Yeah.
I always keep the balance, you know.
Yeah.
With you, man. You know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we had an idea today. We're going to meet up with a friend of Chucky's, and he would like he's a musician.
Yes, that's what he said. But to be honest, I cannot guarantee he's a musician because I never see him on a stage. I don't know nothing about him, you know. So
Freestyle.
yeah, I'm not gonna say he's a musician.
Yeah.
First, I gotta see him now doing music. I know he drive car. I know he run guest house like me, a Airbnb with an Englishman over by Fairhill. But the music part, to be honest, I don't really know. But we will see what happened today when we book him up
Yeah.
in Port Antonio.
Yeah.
So I will call him when we are in Port Antonio. And then we can meet at a specific point. I don't know if it's Winifred Beach or whenever
Yeah.
he wants me to do or where we want to go.
Yeah.
But we will see how it works out in the end. So just keep your finger crossed and I hope the best later, okay?
Yes.
One love. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish, clean up the yard, and then we can do what we have to do after, okay?
Yeah.
One love.
Yeah.
Bless.
Okay, Chucky. So let's just. We had a new guest come last night,
Yes.
and this brother, he came in from Los Angeles.
I did.
Yeah, he's a musician, and I'm gonna try and get some stuff so you can see what you can do. But yes, brother, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Ethan. It's not my first time at the yard. First time was in May this year. I had to come back, man. Chucky's the man.
Yeah,
Meet some nice people here.
Yeah,
You know, taxi close. You know, Swift River right here. Pure coconut. Psh, man.
yeah, and this,
Mango tree.
yeah,
Also. Man. Nice, man. I stayed in that room here. And it wasn't painted last time, but Chucky always getting work done, so you see how he has some art now.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, yeah.
Serious.
The Zion room,
Serious.
the Zion room.
Serious,
Yeah,
man.
so I mean, like I said, this brother here, we're gonna try and get him to do some. He has some skills
Yeah, man.
with the lyrics, so I'm gonna try show you what you can do later on. So if you do watch, I'll provide his social media details if you want to reach out, if you want to
Yeah.
show some love, or you want to, you know, speak to him about anything else. So
Against Babylon.
exactly.
Instagram. Against Babylon.
There you go. So Instagram against Babylon. Instagram, IG. So put that in IG right now and see what you can see. But like I said, we're gonna try show what you can do at some point, and then you guys can touch a piece of what you can do instead of seeing IG. Because sometimes Instagram and seeing someone in the flesh is different. So anyway, let's move on. So as we see Justin, he's like a part of the brickwork in here. If you come here, you may see this face.
Yeah.
You'll not be surprised when you see his face. So let's just move on. So at the moment, the temperature has increased. Getting nice and warm now. Time's about 6:30, maybe 7 a.m. So slowly, as in the Caribbean, it's best to wake up early in the morning when it's nice and cool. When it starts getting warmer through the day, at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, that's when it can get up to 34 Celsius. Extreme humidity. Very difficult to walk in the streets. So, but in this yard, we always have a breeze, nice cold breeze. So you're never really gonna be, you know, that bad with the heat. It's only when you're moving around Port Antonio, you know, or you're walking up down the streets. But anyhow, this street we're walking up here, this is another way to get into Chucky's Place. So I know you can't work exactly out where I am, but if you do come onto the road, the entrance to Chucky's has two entrances. This is one of them. And if you walk down, if you're gonna drive or take a rental to Chucky's, you're gonna turn at the bridge, Canada Wood Road. You see a little yellow box. You turn after the bridge when you see this yellow open box, looks like a bus stop. And when you turn, you come onto this street. And then when you come down this street, 30 seconds in the car, you'll see this church, which is the yellow one. And this is where you would park a rental if you come and drive here yourself. I drove, so for me, finding Chucky's place was very easy. He just told me to look out for this church. I came down this street just here, came up, and I saw the church just here, the yellow one. And then when you get here, the way you park is you go down this steep road here. I'm not sure how steep you can see it in the video, but don't be afraid to drive down here. You're not going to crash into anything. So you come down here in your car, if you have a rental, you see the church, you go past this church, and you can see we have a breadfruit tree just up so you can see the breadfruit is hanging. So you drive your car down here. If you want to look back up, that's the road you go back up when you leave the place. So anyway, you come down here in the car, you drive, you go straight, and you can see Chucky's bike. And that's my car there right now, so you can park right up next to Chucky's place. You also have additional spaces here, but it's best to park where you see my car, right next to Chucky's bike. So yeah, you walk up here, you can see one of Chucky's dogs, and you see my rental, my car there, Chucky's bike. So you have an understanding of the entrance points to Chucky's place. You know how to get in here. If you're going to come by rental, if you're going to walk, you know exactly how to get in the place. So we got up these stairs here, we come back into the yard. You see, and we can see everyone back on the place again. You see the apartments, we see the bananas, the famous bananas hanging from here. You see down below. You want to take a nice peace, relaxing time here, peacefulness. You got the hammocks down there, and you got the coconuts up there. If you want a coconut, you can let Chucky know and he'll just knock one down with the bamboo stick. So we can see all of this.
So Chucky, are you supposed to pull off these things once you pull off the banana? You supposed to clean these off?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, that's a good question, Chucky. When do you replace this? Is it once all the bananas? Because it looks like you have the ones at the top that go off bad very quick. You have these ones in the middle going ripe. So do you pick up these bananas on the yard?
The banana?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where do you pick up these bananas from?
Where we take them from?
Yeah.
Behind the house.
Seen.
Yeah.
Seen.
But the reason why we take it is because of the bird.
Yeah.
The bird pick it, so it gets
That
spoiled.
black bird keeps coming back.
Black
Yeah.
bird keep coming back.
Yeah.
But nothing wrong about it. Sweet banana.
Yeah.
Nice banana. Freelance banana. You know?
And you know you can smell it when you just took that one off. I could smell the freshness of that banana.
They only knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
How sweet these bananas are.
It's good banana.
Mm.
Good for smoothie, but she not making no smoothie this morning, you know. She don't, not in this spirit. She just wake up total freelance, you know.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
program this morning. She just gonna just do what she want to do right now.
Yeah. It's 10 to 8 in the morning. So I mean we've been up for the last 2 hours.
Yes.
But like I said, it's nice to wake up early when you come
Yes.
to Jamaica because you get the nice cool breeze before the sun starts to hit.
You should go down there and then you come up back. Down
Yeah.
by the river.
Yeah. So let's go down.
Take like I don't know.
We got, oh yeah, so we have the two cats. We have Stalker and Nanny. You can see them both showing their love to the yard, and you'll see both of these two cats, and these are two fully grown cats.
from the same banana tree.
So when you come here, maybe
Identical.
you'll see them.
It's the same tree.
But let's head up to the river. Let's head down a bit lower. So let's go and see what we can see. Street dog. Street dog. Street dog is still here. Still here. So it's the unfortunate event sometimes. You can't do anything when these kind of things happen. But let's head up to the river bank and just have a quick look. So yeah, you can come take a swim in the riverbank over here. I don't know if you saw the drone shots earlier, but that river you see in those drone shots is connected to this one. So it's a very peaceful location. Sometimes you get spearfishing down here. Just 2 nights ago we saw guys 12 o'clock at night come past with torches on their head doing spearfishing. So you might see some lights in the middle of the darkness appearing down the riverbank. It's just some people doing spearfishing, so don't be alarmed if you see that. So anyway, if you walk down, we can see going down the riverbank. We have a dog here. Like I said, you can see the dogs are following me. This is what they do when you come here. So if you don't have the dogs tied up and you walk down to the main street where you have the taxis, like I've been saying in this video, unfortunately some of these dogs can be hit by taxi cabs, and then no one's going to care too much about the dogs being hit, unfortunately. But yeah, so we can see the riverbank here. Peacefulness. You hear the sound of the leaves. You can see the riverbank goes all the way down. You can see it's very clear water, and you have a lot of fish and shrimp in this water as well. And you have a lot of vegetation. So, I mean, when you're in the yard, when you're in Chucky's place, if you want to take a break from anything really, just book yourself and come down, because I was watching these videos for 2 years and that's going to come and check the place, and it's more and everything than what I expected. So if you want to just take a vacation that's different from what you've been doing all your life, come and check it out for a few days, because there's watching the videos and then there's being in reality. So if you come here and experience it for yourself, at least you can say you can have memories of being here, and you can't buy memories. So anyway, let's go back up. So you can see the riverbank here. I've got some shoes on, so I'm not prepared to go in the river just yet. But anyway, when you come here you can go all the way in. So let's turn back. Let's head back up. So you can see here we have the stones. We can just walk through them. Go when we're going back up to the yard. I hope you've been watching the other videos. If you've not seen any other videos, you need to catch up with some of the other videos in this season, because this season we've had some great videos and great people. And the city of Jamaica as the city of Kingston, and we've had Port Antonio, we had Hope Bay, Blue Mountain. We've had so many great people, great characters. You have to make sure you go back and watch some of the content which maybe you have not watched. It's worth watching, trust me. So let's carry on walking. So you see we've got the hammock here. So this should be a part of your itinerary to Chucky's when you come to Jamaica. I know most people will always book Montego Bay, Negril or Trios when they come here, but if you go on Airbnb you'll see that Chucky's Place is one of the highest. We are back with another beautiful day in Hope Bay. So we're gonna have a little discussion about relationships. Everyone's got their own personal view, but we have Chucky and we have a guest in the yard as well with Chucky, so we're gonna just ask a few questions and see what they think. So Chucky, how would you say relationships are in Jamaica, and from your personal experience with women here or seeing other people in relationships, what's your advice with relationships?
From my personal experience here with relationship in Jamaica, to be honest with you, you can get a girl here, but it's all based upon your status. It simply means if the girl know you have a good 9 to 5, which you have to take care of people, right? And she know you have a nice place, like my place. Put myself in this position. I could get a girl, you know, and stay here with me, you know. But I don't want to have a girl around me like slave, you know, telling her what to do and this and that. I want to be free and she feel free. And most women do not want that. They want to be attached to you, you know. So for me, I always trying to find the right person which not exists, you know. That's why I'm continuing living this stupid way by myself, you know. It's the same thing me and she down here just talking about, right? Right?
Yep.
And said, the day will come when the right person will chip in and find the balance. And I was just telling him, say, we have this way of life, don't want to wash the human clothes, you know. But one interest we have is to take off the woman underwear, but you don't want to help to wash the underwear, you know, which is stupid. So in case the woman is sick and cannot do nothing like to wash her clothes or anything like that, so what you gonna do? In Jamaica, they have a term to look and to call it like you're a mama man, you know. Like you're helping the woman wash clothes for the woman, because it's forbidden here, you know. Is the woman supposed to be your slave washing your clothes? You don't supposed to wash woman clothes, you know. But it's the same thing I tell her, I want to reverse these things. I can do this thing for my girlfriend, you know. And we don't have to live by time, by cook by time. We eat when we feel like, we cook when we feel like. And she don't have to left and go up there and cook for me. I can do the same, you know.
So Chucky, some Jamaican men may look at you and disagree. So what do you have to say to the men that disagree?
The man who disagree, I say, is not wrong in theme way of thinking and theme way of life, you know. Because I always say, I don't take away people's comfort zone, you know. I cannot replace it, you know. So once you feel good in that way and live in that way, you do what make you happy, and me do what make me happy. So I'm not gonna come into your lane and disturb your lane. You leave me in my lane and I leave in your lane. Because life is all about what make you happy.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So you can talk to my empress over there.
So
Yes, sir.
we have heard the most nicest guy in Hope Bay speak about relationships. You are obviously staying in the yard, and it'd be nice to hear an American's view on relationships and maybe what you think of with any knowledge you have with experience with guys from Jamaica in relationships. So what is your view on what Chucky's points have been? Do you have any views on that?
Well, my views are tainted when it comes to relationships, right? Because sometimes I find that men struggle with honesty, right? And so, as Chucky mentioned to me previously, I probably have spent a lot of time choosing the wrong people, right? So I'm probably not a good person to ask because I've not had very many good experiences.
But maybe that's a good reason you can let people know, because you can show them experiences from the bad mistakes that you've made.
Yeah, just ignoring red flags, not valuing myself first and foremost, seeking value and validation from my external environment, from people and men. That can even be with family and friends too. If you don't know yourself and love yourself and value yourself before anything, then you're gonna seek outside of yourself, and that's when the pain of rejection and the pain of betrayal hits. Because in life you're supposed to value and love yourself first, 100% fully, until your cup is overflowing with self-love and self-worth and high self-value and happiness, right?
Right.
We as women, we have to do that for ourselves first and not look for men to do that for us.
Okay.
We have to come into the situation whole, right? As a whole individual.
But most girls tell me all the while I'm too much of myself, so I do understand it. So I agree with you what you say 100%. Because the girl always say, Chucky, it's all about yourself. You're full of yourself and this and that, So I congratulate you what you say now, because you are saying you need to full of yourself first, which is, I think, is right, and that's what me do. But most girls come around me, they say, no, I'm too much about myself and not about them. So I don't know what I must do then,
And you know what too? If you're a person that doesn't know yourself, then you'll be full of insecurities. And those insecurities will be quick to sabotage any kind of situation with anybody. Because of the insecurities that you have, that you have. Some of them you're not even aware of. So that's why it's important to know yourself, right? To know yourself intricately, the dark side and the light side, and keep those two balanced, right? It's about self-knowledge and awareness.
And self-confidence. Yes. And in relationship, we need to discuss what the two persons don't like. My partner is supposed to tell me straight up, say, Chucky, I tell you right now on the table, I don't like this and I don't like that and I don't like this. Me supposed to do the same thing with my partner, just open wide, That means it just don't come sudden on the person, and him can say never expect that, Because we already know, say, Chucky don't like water, so just don't bring water to me, You understand? So that's just my take on the relationship.
So if someone is watching this right now and they're having issues in their relationships, and the man doesn't know how to deal with his woman, and vice versa, the woman doesn't know how to deal with her man, what advice would you give them to try and get this relationship back on track? I know you're not an expert, but you have an opinion.
Yes, but that's why I say it should lay on the table from the first beginning, from dating, and find out what the next person don't like from what the next person don't like,
From the beginning.
Yes, you need to figure out that from dating each other. You make sure, tell the person, say, I don't like to drink jelly. And the next person say, I don't like to go in the river, So it cannot be a conflict, because we already know the bad spot and the good spot. So when the bad spot jump out, you can easily correct it, because you already know what's coming,
Yes.
But the relationship, what you get fucked most of the time, it's all based upon belief, I go back to belief now. That's why it don't good to use relationship in belief. Because when the true person come out, relationship belief, and know, you have to know the person, So that's why them say it take time to know the person. So when you know the person, you can deal with the person, and from there you can move on and make your choice towards the person. If you want it prolonged, or if you don't want it prolonged. So don't use relationship in belief. I go through relationship, you know, and the reason why it don't work, because I was so stupid too, and based upon belief. And when we see the true person start to work out, me have to move on, you know. So based upon reality, and reality it's all about you. You have to know, right, me Empress?
I agree.
Yeah.
One other question I want to run back on you. If people come into Chucky's yard and some women have the intentions of meeting a Jamaican man, do you have any views on that? What do you think of the Jamaican men? Do you have any views?
Again, I'm a different breed. I believe in, I don't know, it just depends on what they're looking for. If they're looking for companionship, I think yeah. But with Jamaican men, from what I've observed and experienced in my past, you have to be open-minded, because, you know, and I can go down deep into a rabbit hole with this question, because, you know, I still question whether the African man is meant to be with one woman, right?
Okay.
That's not the African culture.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I believe it's hardwired. I'm trying to get away from saying believe, but for so long, I felt like it was hardwired in the black man's DNA to have more than one woman. I believe that. I feel like that's just nature. That's the black man's nature. The white man could, you know, he's not. Oh,
but you can give your opinions.
So yeah, I just feel like if a woman is coming here to meet a Caribbean man for companionship, she just must be open-minded and, like Chucky said, communicate. You know what I'm saying? If maybe if that man is a solid man and he's not a boy and he's not a clown, he'll say, you know, I find it challenging to be with just one woman. So if that's okay with you and we have an understanding, then we can, you know, live good. But some men are not men, they're boys, and they like to play games with women, you know what I'm saying? And pretend like, oh, you know, it's you, it's only you, when it's really not. And that's where the conflict, and that's where we keep continuously self-sabotaging ourselves, you see what I'm saying, and hurting ourselves, and perpetuating that hate and divide between the man and the woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, just be honest. Just, it's time to just be honest. And if you're a man that's over a certain age, you shouldn't be looking to be playing games anyway.
No.
Come on, man. Like, you got to grow up at some point.
That's true.
So winding back on this interview, what is your experience to come to Chucky's yard? And anyone that's looking at this video thinking, I'm thinking about this, what would you need to say to them to convince them to come? You don't really have to convince. I know this is a great place, but let the people know your view of being at Chucky's Place as a female.
Well, first and foremost, that's what I was going to mention. I am a solo traveler. I came here alone, right? And from the time I got here, Chucky made me feel safe. Like his environment was safe. Like he was in control of his environment.
That.
You know
he
what I'm
takes
saying?
care of you around the yard. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not walking around here like he's the president or the, you know, the owner or anything. But his presence is here, and you feel safe. You know what I'm saying? Most people know Port Antonio to be like the safest parish in Jamaica anyway. So, you know, that's inspiring to me as well. That makes me feel comfortable. But just, you know, he's got all the bases covered, and you really sometimes don't even like. He's not walking around like a boss, like a manager, like an overseer. You see what I'm saying? He's so cool, I know what you're saying. Like just vibing out. Like,
you see, I think people come to Chucky's yard, and we've been watching this man for years. So it's like some people can see him as a father figure. Exactly. They see him as a guy that just want to meet because he just like his spirit. Exactly. But I think the whole of Freelance Chucky's Place is an amazing experience based on him as a human being. So I know a lot of people who are out there looking at him thinking, I would like to meet this guy one day. Yeah. Well, if that's the case, you get on the plane, you book the ticket, and you can come. It's that easy. It's not that hard to do.
No problem. You're welcome. It's the best place you're coming in Jamaica. especially for a woman coming to Jamaica for the first time. I think this place is the safest place, you know.
Yes.
And my friend over there can recommend that too.
Yeah, yeah. We heard her say about how she felt, and I know, I can say through experience. I've been here and I've seen Chucky taking care of her. He's making sure she's okay. We go to the supermarkets, he's making sure no one's harassing her. She's well protected, and I'm seeing that, and she seems solid, like she's known Chucky for a long time, and it's the first time she's met Chucky. So if you're gonna come here, you've heard what she's had to say, take that advice, book the ticket, come to Chucky's place. So take care.